Damn Dice comes to you live from a studio audience. Hi guys, we're back.
We can barely fit us in here, let alone a studio audience.
Oh no, the behind this wall is just a cloth.
Yeah. Okay.
Adding cloth laughter tracks. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Nailed it.
See, it's more budget and we'd have that. A week for some of you, it's been about 15 minutes for others. So last week, I'm sure you'll remember, we did some Fey Wilds stuff. And it's nice. It's real nice.
It is.
We got a nice new party member in Tiny Stepper.
Mm-hmm.
Rod graciously gave his name away.
I really hope Tony's changed the overlay.
Lehane and Lilli also went home. We had a nice little family interaction. Lilli made loads of good berries and...
Too many.
Yeah. Too many. This one, you know, if an archery it doesn't have an off switch, what happens? You feel an imp full, a pixie full. So yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm good.
We're
You guys
good.
How you feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad?
Yeah.
Shh, don't be my dog.
I just want Frayne to come back.
Right. We'll crack it. We'll crack it today
Oh,
in our altered states.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
You don't even know who Frayne is.
Don't even know a frame.
No.
Aren't we going to...
We have to.
Oh, no,
I think they know us by
No,
now.
you don't bother second
Go
time.
this way.
No.
You know us.
Yeah.
We only remind you every other week.
Quick fire round, go.
Joy Amy.
Moa! Oh.
I was gonna say Joy Amy, dead elf, bard.
Moa! A live gnome. Druid.
Luke.
Lily.
Confused barbarian, renamed Tiny Steppers.
Tiny.
Tiny Stepper.
Stephen, Lehane, half elf, chilling with my human elf family
Connor, mentally unstable.
at any given point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go ahead.
Yeah.
Cool. So we ended last week with Tiny Stepper and his lovely, lovely mum making a stew. Big stone knife. She was helping him chop it
Yeah.
and stir the pot. And this alchemical reaction starts taking place, and slowly over time it just becomes this thick, reduced, lovely stew that you are used to. And you eventually sit down for dinner, just you and your mum. What was this? Her ginormous bowl, your tiny little thimble bowl. Tiny little
Lovely.
thimble bowl for a tiny little stepper. And yeah, it's laid out in front of you. She's like, I do think you be needing to eat more than that, Tiny Stepper. You are quite small.
I'm thinking I would have loved a beard as big as you are to meet the other two people, and then was both bigger than me. But I think I will try real harder today, and maybe I'll have a second bowl if there's enough.
Oh, I think there do be enough, Tiny Stepper, and I would be liking to meet your friend.
Okay, they're just in the sort of. Have we got a window looking out in their way at all?
Again, yours is looking backwards out the back of the house.
Well, after we've cleaned up a tea,
Mm.
I could be showing you them. There's real close by.
I would be liking to see him.
It is done. I will. We will go. I will. And he's sort of trying to like reach over there to like dip his bowl in the stew pot. And I'm having one more, and then we'll clean up, and I will introduce you.
That is very nice, Tiny Stepper. And she bit for a skin. There's loads of stew left. Takes a little bowlful out, and she grabs it and starts draining the rest. Cool. So each of you have sat down with your families and started eating. The Murnig meal came together rather nicely with Lily's help. Her dad was
Obviously.
a nightmare in the kitchen. Had no idea what he was doing. Lily,
Dad's.
if things are turned to 400 degrees, then it takes half the time to cook them in, and we could get this done really quickly.
Oh no, no, that's not how cooking works,
Oh,
Dad.
it absolutely is. The science, and he starts getting like a bit of charcoal and is on the floor. And it's just,
That used to be a bit of bread.
it was a full baguette at one point. It is cinders. Look, if you follow X, fix it over here. And he starts going through this long, complicated, drawn-out process in which you're like,
Okay, turn down the oven.
Yeah, it's really, really warming and really filling. Could you all give yourself a D4's worth of temporary hit points?
Ooh. 3. That'll do.
4. Okay.
2.
I'll take that. 69.
Nice.
Wow.
Which is actually a semi-prime number, which means it's conformed of 2 prime numbers equally, to make it, which is why it's an interesting number.
That's why it's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is why it's nice.
It's also a Boris integer, which is why this as well. Sorry.
Didn't know you knew so many things about
I had to
numbers.
Google it the other day.
I know why you did that.
So yeah, Lehane, you're having this meal, and
Yeah.
it's really nice. It's really filling, and your dad,
Vegan
Harkness-
ratatouille.
yeah, vegan ratatouille, which is placed. It's delicately done. He's a bit of a whiz in the kitchen.
Of course.
Had a bit of time to prep it.
Yeah.
Can you give me a wisdom save, please? Advantage, sorry.
Okay.
That would be 22.
Okay. So very wisdomous.
Wisdomous.
So, whilst you're having this meal, you keep getting little like flashbacks, like just sort of like almost like reality shifts. So you're looking at little like rough gun, and he's eating his food, and then like for a second you think he's red, just very briefly. Like it looks like his skin is just sort of red, like half. And your mother, her like smiling face just like cuts down to this like sort of very stern, very cold looking face. It is like a flash of like, and then like the moment you think you've registered it, it is the moment it is gone, and it's back to this smiling interaction. She's like, right, it's okay, Richard, it's okay. Lehane, how about after dinner you take Richard outside and you play together, and that would be.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good plan. So, whilst dreams are really interesting, I've been doing a lot of research on dreams recently. So, I've had a flash of something that's kind of made me go, oh, this could not be real, but I was pulled back into it, which is a very dream thing to happen. Just don't question that and carry on. But I'm conflicted because obviously I play material plane Lehane, and what you've presented is too good to be true. The vegan ratatouille is too good to be true. Harkness is too good to be true, and Zelina Richard is almost, it's foreign. It's that good. Is there a moment to kind of like almost go into that lucid sort of state of like, no, I'm becoming aware that this doesn't feel like when you have that moment in a dream where you're like, this is a dream, which usually you wake up when that happens.
Yeah.
But like, is there an opportunity to interrogate some of those?
So it's less like a moment of lucidity and more like the feeling of when you're either retelling a dream or thinking about a dream and you're trying to grasp onto that moment. You're like, yeah, so that was well, anyway, I think it was, and we're in this one place and, wait, no. And everything's just sort of just out of your grasp, being like, this doesn't make a lot of sense, but it feels so familiar, and it's just outside the grasp of like normality, but why would you want it to end as well?
Yeah. Okay. I'll take Richard out, and he can meet my new friends, Tiny Stepper and Giant Lily.
That's nice.
She's massive.
I'm sure she is. I'm sure she
Huge.
is.
She's like this tall.
Yes, I'm sure she is.
And she does this thing with her hand. Berries just pop out a lot.
Your imagination, Lehane, is just
At that point, can I go to the front door and go, no, like they live in the houses next door, come luck.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I go to the front door, open the front door and poke my head out.
And you try to open the front door, and it's almost like a painting of a door on a solid wall.
The door doesn't seem to be working, Dad.
And as you turn around, all your family are just sat staring at you, but with grins on your face. And they're like, come back to the table, Lehane.
I really don't want to. I really don't want to.
But we've made your favourites, Lehane.
Oh, yeah, it was good, but not that good.
The voices start sort of converging into one.
Oh,
like just playing over the top of one another.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Wait till all 14 Murnigs.
Right. I'm gonna run upstairs to my room.
And as you go to run up the stairs again, you just hit this painted staircase, almost like an Acme, like Roadrunner-esque.
Right. And are there any other doors that don't look like paintings?
You are in a circle room that is.
And what do
They are just they're sat there fairly calm, but they are following you in unison around the room with their eyes and heads.
Like every instinct is saying, don't engage with this, but
And then your father Harkness takes the lead. His voice is the most prominent, but obviously there is still the Han. Come on, we've always wanted this. If you stay, you can have everything you want. The door, the window, the upstairs. Come on, be my son.
oh, this is wrong. And how am I? So I'm freaking out. How's Lehane feeling?
You tell me.
He's freaking out. This really is not feeling it. Yeah, this was great. It's not great anymore. And Lehane's his freedom to run away from situations, usually that he's caused, is very important to him. So being trapped is making him incredibly uncomfortable and agitated. And he is scrambling for a way out.
And as you are having these thoughts, like every thought you have is sort of almost immediately trying to be suppressed by this other memory, this other life that you may have lived. This like, no, it's fine. Like Dad loves me and would never do anything to hurt me, and Mum cares for me, and you know I've got to look after Richard, and every time this sort of bubble of like Lehane comes out, this other Lehane is trying to subdue it, and the sort of you don't move, but it feels like the room is sort of pushing you closer to the table. And again, just come. Sit down. Please.
I'm gonna take a seat.
And as you do, just sort of above your dad's left ear, for a brief second you see something sparkle, something shine, something that just sort of is different from the illusion, different from the life that's presented for you. And it seems to be like a pinky colour.
Pink colour.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what is it? So I'm sat next to Harkness.
Yep.
Can I?
You can't reach it, it's on the other side of him from you, but if you were to look at him, you could sort of direct your glance.
Yeah, I'm focusing on that pink sparkle.
You get one word.
Danger.
So in this dream, you hear, just as you focus on this little like flickering pink thing above your father's ear, you just hear this. It's an unfamiliar voice to you, but it says danger.
I look to the door again.
And again it's sealed, and the family just is continuing to eat and continuing to serve, and this meal is starting to progress, but it's shaking slightly, and on your father and mother's face a little crack appears.
Lehane flips the table.
Yeah. And as you do, the three of them shout "No!" And your eyes wake up, and you are sat in the lap, like your head is in the lap of this creature that looks exactly like your father, and it is holding your head, and it's just sort of mouthing a song, like just to itself quietly. And as you look left and right, you see a large Goliath-looking creature holding Tiny Stepper, and as you look to the other side, you see this sort of crackpot gnome with burnt ends of his hair holding Lilli, and this other gnome that you actually know, leather-clad, holding the hand of Lilli. But from each of them is this sort of, well, it looks like a vine, but it's viscous and red, and it seems to be trailing out from the back of their neck and leading off into some distance. And you are paralyzed. You are there, your eyes open, staring up into this smiling visage, this little whispering, singing version of Harkness.
Oh, wow.
And you hear something very different from the sounds that you see. The room around you is derelict. It's a version of the cottage, but it is ruinous. It is cracked and run down. It looks like it has been this way for many, many, many years. But from the outside, you hear music.
But I'm paralysed.
You are.
Can I make noise? Can I talk? Is what I meant to say.
It's almost like groans. It is like your tongue is thick and you can't speak out properly.
Okay. So I can see Tiny Stepper. I can see Lilli with and the leather-clad elf. That's Locks to me.
The gnome is Locks, yeah.
No.
Elf, no,
Yeah.
sorry. Leather-clad elf is Daddy.
So much leather!
Not Harkness.
Right. I'm going to try and hum Freak Show as loud as possible with my swollen mouth thing that's going on to try and get Little Stepper and Lilli to remember, like Tiny Stepper, to remember that we were in the woods and we were humming that song together. The only thing I can think to do.
I mean, go ahead, but try it as if you've got your mouth full of marshmallows or... Can you go for a perception check? It's at disadvantage.
Half the harm, half Scooby-Doo.
Like Scoob.
Hello to friend of the show, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
Very close friend of the show,
Oh.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Very close friend. What was it, sorry?
Perception.
Disadvantage.
That's that one for me.
23.
23. So, Lilli, as you sat down having this
I'm perceptionist.
This is our bonding moment. This is we're friends now.
Yeah, as you're having this meal, it's really quite nice. Your family are all sat down. It's quite chaotic, and the younger of the Murnig family are playing havoc and sort of climbing up on tables and like throwing food at each other. It's very sort of Huck, the imaginary food. Your dad just has no control over them whatsoever. But eventually your mum descends, and the room just silence. And she sits at the edge of the table, takes one bit of food, puts it in her mouth, barely chews, and just stares.
Why is she the grandmother from Encanto?
But as it looks like she's about to open her mouth, the voice that you expect to hear is not what comes out. You hear this, and from next to her is this sparkle. It's something you're vaguely familiar with.
Mm-hmm. And she's gonna,
Yeah.
okay, what? And she's gonna look at the pink sparkles.
And as you start focusing on it, all heads just at the table just turn to look at you. Stay, Lily. Stay. Stay. Lily. Stay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll stay. But she's gonna keep focused on the sparkles and the sounds that she can hear coming from Mum.
And yeah, as your mum is making this noise, she looks as she reaches into her mouth and pulls out this dark thing. It looks sort of furry almost. And you realise it's at the top of her head, and then a face, and then a torso, and she pulls out Lehane and throws it to the floor and goes, "Stay!" Tiny Stepper,
Oh, good lord.
you're having the most wonderful time.
Yes.
I don't want to take it from him!
Good, yes.
Really nice. You get the distinct feeling that you haven't seen your mum in a very long time. It's probably only been a day, but it feels much, much longer, like you haven't seen her in a time beyond your years, sort of sense. And as she's asking you about your day, and just you're showing her your sword fighting. The night sort of ticks on, and the embers in the fire start to grow low. And she's like, "Tiny Stepper, you do need to be going to bed soon."
Yeah, I could just be showing you the people I stored today.
It's not time for now. It's very night.
I'd be showing in the morning then.
Oh,
Promise.
Friends, I do be promising. And she puts out a giant pinky finger.
Yeah, so he'll I guess grab hold of
Yeah.
it and then oh, well, you'll like them, and they looked after me real good.
Well, I'll be thanking them tomorrow. Get yourself to bed, Tiny Stepper.
Okay, sort of look around to see whereabouts. Is there an upstairs, or is this all just one place?
This is a spiral staircase going up to the top. Now, don't make me tell you twice.
Oh, well, no, I'll be going, and then in the morning we can. I'm gonna go out again, but I would like to show you him before I go. I really will like him, and he'll make his way down, go on up to bed, get some sleep, grow up big.
She looks up to you, she's sort of happy and says, "That's very nice, Tiny Stepper. I do love you."
I've lost you too, and
Run along.
I will see you in the morning. Sort of, he'll cheer him up. He'll hop his way up, sort of clambering. I imagine almost having to jump up some of the steps and make his way up.
Yeah. And you hear this sort of your mum alone, just humming this little song to herself. Sounds vaguely familiar, almost like a Goliath lullaby, but it lingers on certain notes and its pitch is a little off. So then she's never really been the most tuneful singer.
No, but it's sort of it's the thought and the effort. I mean, I imagine he probably won't. He'll be near the bed, but he'll be very quietly trying to practice with his sword. So he's ready to jump under the covers. So he's right on the edge of the bed. He's just and then I'll be do that, and that worked real good. And he'll stop every now and then to listen if she's coming upstairs. and any noise, you like hop under the covers quick.
Yeah, so every now and then, you like your mum coming to bed is a very loud ordeal.
Yeah, that's it. He knows. He knows he can get away with it.
You know, most families can tell the footsteps of certain family members.
Yeah.
Not hard with the
Yeah, that's it.
The house shakes, but she sits downstairs. She doesn't seem to come upstairs at all, and just makes this like. And just humming to herself. Lehane, you are facing the door of this derelict building. The same is coming from Harkness as it's stroking your head, just running its hand through your hair. There's something quite almost waxy about its appearance. The longer you sort of stare at it, it doesn't look quite right. But this tiny speck of music that was outside starts sort of growing and growing, and it sounds very loud and brash and rebellious. And as it sort of reaches this loudness, as it's coming closer, the four creatures that are holding the party and looking at them and stroking them and humming this song don't seem to react too much until this as the doorway collapses inwards, and standing in the frame is a very familiar elf, outlined by this beautiful pink glow, this radiant almost pink glow, standing there, almost larger than life, superhero pose, both arms at the ready, legs stud in this dark black armor, embossed with bones and detailing. Hair is blowing in the winter. This rock music, this guitar, just this guitar strumming. And look, this Frayne enters the fray. And can we roll the damn dice, please?
Oh, everyone.
What?
No!
Okay.
Oh, fuck my life.
Oh my goodness.
Now one, baby!
Well,
back.
she's
back!
Okay. I got 20, not natural.
20 not natural.
Yeah.
18, not 18, just flat.
Alright, come on, needs to get he's too busy being proud of himself, so give me a second.
And so you should.
So
be,
you
Connor.
should be. I'm fucking terrified.
I was shaking,
Absolute
visibly
thanks.
shaking throughout the whole of that first section, and then like after humming to Lily and then like going through your family stuff, I couldn't stop shaking.
Yeah.
Like that I'm
Don't
feeling
like it.
my emotions.
I don't know why. Again, like to anyone here, all that's listening, like having played Fable 2, like that door that leads to that cottage, you know exactly what I'm on about. Like that's the vibes I've got. It's like, oh, it's lovely. You walk in, it's like bang, death.
No.
Yeah, horror.
Where are we
where's
putting
the
us?
hand?
Oh, Lehane's 9.
Okay.
Apparently, when it comes to trauma, I'm right there with a 22 on my initiative. Fighting, however, the thing I like, nah.
No.
So, although she rolled the absolute trash baggiest worst, she is getting her own individual round as it's a surprise, baby!
Nice.
Can't wait for you all to listen back because Matt's got a fucking killer Frayne. So, yes, put yourselves. So, we have this little cabin, which is nice. We are going to have to use a little bit of our imaginations, people.
Yeah.
So, we are all in a little line here of the boys.
Lads.
Lads. The Tiny Stepper crew.
Oh my
The
god,
tiny-
they sound like a terrible early 2000s rap band, but
tiny-
they were all white.
They've got 21 seconds to go.
And to come.
I've been on a timer before.
Oh my goodness.
So we have.
Oh shit, are we having to fight our family?
Nothing good has ever
No.
come when you get these miniatures out. So these ones specific.
Don't die!
Me?
She's already dead!
Well, ish, but who knows?
Right, anyway, top of the round. So, Lehane, you see this bright pink glow from, it is like an aura of just radiant energy. And almost behind it, you see this tall stag creature turn and walk away. And Frayne, you are up.
You lot took your bloody time, didn't you? She is going to wink at Lehane. First thing she's going to do, she's
Is
like,
that your action?
alright.
That's perfect. Action, bonus action, reaction, baby.
Yeah. And she is going to point her beautiful bow and arrow at the creature who is holding Lily.
The father or the brother?
The father.
Okay.
Yes. So at the father's head, and she is going to fire an acid arrow. So it's dripping with this kind of yellow poison, and is going to fire it at his head.
Okay. Please roll a hit, baby.
Oh yeah, baby. I've never I've never fired this before.
It's a spell, isn't it?
It is a spell. It is a spell.
So roll a d20 plus your spell attack bonus.
Yeah. I just I can't find it on my,
So-
on my thing.
So you got a charisma of 20.
I do.
So
Sorry.
plus 5 plus your proficiency bonus.
Yep.
Plus,
No, it's cool. It's just that I haven't got those.
I mean, you haven't actually played in
That's
about
right, yeah.
a month now
Yeah.
because it's taken us
I
so
think
long.
it'll probably be d20 plus 9.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm just gonna.
And I think she was level 8 when she died, so...
Oh man, that is bad. So that is. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
really sorry about this. I've been waiting to come back for such a long time, and then I haven't loaded the spell that I actually
Would you like me to get it for you?
need. Yes, would you mind?
Yes, of course. I have a handy dandy little app.
Thank you.
Yay!
Thank
Acid
you,
arrow.
Andy. Okay, so that is a 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Lucky. Okay, in that case, we would like you to take. Oh, let's see. Let's take 5d4 acid damage.
Oh!
Nice.
Baby.
Bye,
Do you need any d4s?
I need one. Oh no. Oh, I'm cool. So many dice. Lovely. So you take that's 9, 10, 11. So you will take 11 acid damage
Nice.
initially, and then at the end of your turn you'll take another 2d4. So do remember that.
I'll endeavour to remember it the best I can.
Was that to Danny
So-
Murnig?
Yeah.
That was for Daddy Murnig.
So,
When it hits his face, it sort of splashes this pink liquid at him. So it sort of explodes in his face. So there'll be a little bit kind of dripping down the side of him, which will be the stuff that affects him at the end of his turn.
okay, so as this acid arrow, you see this elf creature stand there, pull out this bow, and she doesn't knock an arrow, but pulls back this this ichor, this pink ichor, and just. And the creature that is holding Lily, it hits in the face, and you hear this. As its face just begins melting along with the rest of its body. The actual
Dad?
physical component, the humanoid component, just dissolves into nothing, and this tendril just goes and whips back into the back of the room and seemingly out of sight.
Ow!
Oh, damn.
No!
Nay.
Anything else Frayne would like to do?
Anything else Frayne would like to do? No. Okay. She's.
Okay, doke. Tiny stepper.
Nice first turn back.
Yeah!
Thank you. Thank you.
I really sillily put Rog on the thing, but
That's tiny stuff.
Tiny
Tiny
stepper.
Mm-hmm.
unless Rog's
Unless Rog wants to come
Get
as
some
well.
initiative.
Rog!
So yeah, you've been having this little combat scenario in your head, but you sort of get really sleepy as the night sort of wears on, and the song gets quite heavy, and you start making your way onto the bed, but don't quite make it all the way on, and just sort of collapse onto the bed itself.
Yeah. Been a long day.
Lily.
Nice. I'm in danger.
So
Just to let you know, Luke, you are currently at a D6. That'll become apparent later. Just
Okay. Ominous.
Oh no, Lily. Does she recognise Frayne?
So the whole illusion that was sort of trying to stay around just blasts back by this force of Frayne. More so as the acid arrow hits, and you just see your dad just disintegrate above you, like just his face just, and it almost looks like it's about to drip, but it just descends. Lux is holding your hand very tightly, but you recognise Frayne.
Frayne! Oh! Halo of spores will just poof into.
And as you get to do something, you realise you are paralysed.
Oh.
Yeah. Roll me con save.
oh no.
That is a 13.
A 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go, and you get to shake off this circle of spores, and just nothing happens. But you look visibly happy that Frayne's there.
Yeah, great. Okay. I mean, Halo of Spores, it doesn't necessarily require movement or anything. It's just like a thing that happens.
Yeah.
So can she not do that?
Not at the moment.
Oh no. Help!
And you hear, right. Anything else you'd like to do anytime?
I mean, yes,
Yeah.
but I don't think I can.
Cool. So, the creature that is the remaining sort of creatures that are holding actually a few fuck.
Yay!
It's holding Rog. It's sort of really intently just Rog. Silly Rog, he's not here.
No.
Tiny stepper.
Tiny stepper.
Has its fingers sort of, and they are sort of about a knuckle deep in Tiny Stepper's head. It doesn't look like there's blood, but they've just sort of started phasing through into his cranium. Nice. Gnarly, dude. Excellent. Right. So anyway, this fucking creature is gonna try and eat your memories.
Love. No! That's good.
Can you make me a DC Wisdom save at disadvantage, please?
Okay. We've got +2.
Oh.
Have some D8s, please.
Okay, 16.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's not bad. Take 16.
Can I have some D8s, please?
Oh
I
no.
don't wanna
Did
give
you eat
them-
any good briz? How many do you need?
Can you give it?
No. No, I don't want to.
Oh, this is keep going up.
I'm not telling you how many I'm using, but I'm gonna keep taking it.
Oh, that pretty one.
Right, so
Oh, I don't like it.
It's gonna be like roll the amount of years of like that he's up until Rog was 21. All the memories are gone.
So
Oh, God.
you are asleep in your bed. You're sort of halfway on. You are now up to a D8. Just letting you know.
Okay, whatever that means.
Yeah.
The ominous D8.
Yeah. And you're having this quite nice dream about your friends, Lily and Lehane, that you met on the road. And as you're having this lovely little dream of your adventures and slaying bears and dragons, these two hands come in, pick up Lily and Lehane, and remove them from your dream. And in the sky is just this huge mouth, and it just starts.
Okay.
And it's grinning at you from inside your dreams, and you take 31 damage.
The
Psychic.
important question is, has that been long enough for a long rest?
Yes, you are.
Oh,
It has. Good.
Yeah.
Good. 31 was it?
31 psychic
Oh,
damage.
thanks,
Okay.
Corellin, for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the one that is holding Lily just pulls really hard on your arm. Just pulls you closer to it. The locks just looks at you and says, "Stay." And just pulls you much closer to it. You are right within it. It's like sort of, it almost looks like it's arching its back in like almost in a way that its spine would have had to have snapped. It's hunched and you protect, like sitting over Lily, just grinning his teeth, almost up to its eye sockets in this like protruding grin, staring at this Frayne figure. Lehane, you're up.
So I'm paralysed.
You are. Roll me a con save.
Oh, 21.
So you feel this paralysis and you go to move, and it's very much like if any of you had sleep paralysis. You try and actively move your whole body and you can't, and you're just focusing on this tiny part of your body, either your pinky or your little toe or something, and the minute you get that to move, your whole body comes with it, and you manage to roll out of the soft caress of Harkness. And it just starts reaching for you. What do you do? You're still prone, but you are.
Prone. I will put my hands behind my head and push up and flip to standing.
Nice.
Only costing 5 foot of movement to get out of prone.
Excellent. As you land, you go. You are still quite disorientated, but you manage to land the actual.
That's all right. As I land and Harkness is coming towards me, it is definitely a headbutt to Daddy.
But Daddy.
Headbutt Daddy.
New podcast starting Wednesday.
Oh, for nat one.
That one. So you land your feet and you sort of take
Go in
a
the fucking bin.
you take a step forward, go to headbutt Harkness, and your foot just goes, and much like the rock incident. So you're fairly used to it.
So that's really annoying. I push my hands to the floor, just like, come on. And again, use 5 foot of movement to push myself back up. And I'm hoping as I come up, I just hit Harkness on the back of my head.
Yeah, it's very much like the next day after leg day, and your limbs are feeling very heavy, but you manage to have this sort of surge of strength.
Cool. Thank fuck for 20 not natural to hit.
I'll do it.
Wonderful. So Harkness can have 11 damage from my headbutt.
11. So as you come back, it is reaching for you. Its arms dislocate from its shoulder and its elbow from its elbow tip. And it sort of reaches out to you and is trying to pull you closer, and you just clack it on the chin, and its head snaps backwards. So it's just hanging sort of like a hoodie. And it goes to bring its head back up, and it cracks in, making this
foul,
and just sort of collapses forwards.
Oh.
And again, this Harkness embodiment starts just crumpling in on itself, and this tendril just back into the sort of the darkness of the room.
Okay. I then go over to Lily and just be like, you saw that elf. You saw the elf. Okay. Yeah. And as I'm running over to Lily, sorry, bro. And I jump up and deliver 2 flying kicks to Locks.
Roll to hit.
That's the flurry of blows, by the way, hence why it's 2.
I got you.
Cool. That's 4. That's 14.
Yeah. So you try to land the first hit,
Yeah.
and right at the last second, its neck just snaps, and your foot goes straight past it. And the next one?
Next one was much better. Can't mouse. 21.
21. And yeah, so it snaps its neck one way, and the heel of your foot catches it on the chin, just spins it, and its head does sort of a 270. It almost goes the entire way around.
Ooh. So that was only one hit, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is, again, 11 damage.
So it goes to reach up and start pulling its head back round, and it tries to sit, and its head just lolls forward and just collapses. And Lilli, you just see Lox's head just land next to you and just start crumpling in on itself from its extremities inwards, down to this point. And the tendril just... Trauma.
Like,
Oh, we-
come on!
He was my friend.
Is that the end of
though.
your turn?
I will...
So glad you're back.
Thank you.
So hang on, I've used about 15 foot to get to Frayne.
Yeah.
Sorry, to Lilli. I used 10 foot to come out of prone, so that's 25 foot. I've still got 20 foot of movement. I am going to, if Lilli will allow me, grab her and just run to Frayne and just be like,
Are we not? What? Are we our normal sizes now?
You are...
Interesting.
Yeah.
What a quandary you pose! Yeah.
okay. Yeah, so if Lilli will allow it, Lehane will just
Yeah,
like run
yeah,
back and just be like, you're the dead girl.
You take Lilli and you run to Frayne.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, as you go to run out of his area of influence, what we got? Got some stuff. Can you... Oh, the suspense.
Because we didn't need more of that today.
Can you make a wisdom saving throw at advantage, because obviously it's a charm.
Wisdom. That would be 21.
21. So you feel this creature, and it reaches out to you with its mind and just says, "Stay," and you shake it off and take Lilli
Just like
towards
Tay
Frayne.
tells us to.
Yeah.
Shake it up.
Always believe in Tay Tay. And yeah, so then Lehane will take Lilli to Frayne and just be like, dead girl, hi.
Hi, sort of.
Yeah.
And Frayne, you're up, top of the round.
Well,
Bottom of the round, but you know,
Yeah.
we're there anyway.
And as she's talking to Lehane, she's just going to hold out her hand and stamp one of her bebooted feet. One of her bebooted feet, and make a kind of almost like a meowing noise, just kind of like a and cast Shatter on the one that remains.
Oh, ooh.
He has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, sir.
It just seems so in there. I thought if I did anything, it might make it worse.
Maybe.
I feel like what's happening here is that I've done so much Frayne and Jeeves that when I'm not doing Frayne's voice, I'm very, very posh.
That was a 23.
That's a 23.
Yeah.
Ooh, bollocks. Yeah, okay.
Half damage, half damage.
Yeah, half damage. Half damage. It's alright. Half damage, mate. Half
It's
damage.
alright. It's
It's alright, it's
alright.
half damage, isn't it?
It's alright, it's
Just rock take that damage as well. Each creature within 10 foot radius.
Rog. Well,
Sorry, tiny step.
Tiny Stepper.
Yeah.
Well, the idea was to cast it behind the thing so that it's just kind of getting the edge of the
Okay, cool.
edge of damage, which is possibly why it saved his Constitution save.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Makes
you
sense.
I've got an A level in bullshit.
and Lilli, as you see this Frayne sort of standing above you, this is just a fuller Frayne. Like there's sort of more magic to her. There's more, 50%, 100% more on than last you saw, but just more complete. But you, Frayne, reach out and you sort of aren't used to this at all and massively overshoot your new and strength.
So it's 11 damage.
11.
Like 11s! 11s across the board!
That's it, 11 half. that is it, half.
Yeah.
So as the rock you are in this dream,
Tiny step.
It's your fault, mate!
It's his fault!
Well, yeah, actually.
I pointed to Luke, by the way, for the people listening at home. It is his fault.
Yeah.
tiny step. The dream that you're having, in which your friends have just been plucked and eaten. You see this face in the sky. Less of a face, more just of a mouth. This huge, grinning, chattering, smiling mouth, or a sort of impossible amount of teeth, several rows. Though there are no eyes, it seems fixated on you. It is consuming every part of this sort of dreamscape. It goes to open and take your sword from you, and you just feel this, and its teeth just shatter outwards, creating stars in the sky. And you are pulled through its mouth, and you just wake to a snap, just back into the room, and you see Lehane, Lilli on the floor, and this elf that you met once on a drunken bar. As your mother, the back of her just sort of erupts outwards, and her grinning smile just collapses, folds inwards on itself, and you just see this.
What were they?
Oh, those things. I'm not really sure. I didn't really used to venture out into the deep woods. What the fuck are you lot doing out here?
How much do we remember? Are we
You're-
back?
Yeah, you're back.
What's his name?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Okay.
Right.
Frayne is gonna grab Lily and bring her into a hug. Oh, I missed you, Lils.
Oh
Lily is still paralyzed, by the way.
Oh!
In which case,
Can I roll a con save?
Well, I yeah.
Ah, there we go. That's better. 19.
Yes. So Frayne sort of reaches out and touches you, and together you just feel this sort of warmth, and it just sort of pulls in your body, and you start feeling yourself again. And sort of stretch through it and come sit up.
Oh, and she's just gonna collapse into Frayne. I missed you so much.
it's all right, mate. You want to try being trapped inside the mind of a tiny little pink dragon?
But how are you? Are you alive, or is this a non-thing? We've been. It's been a time.
How do you feel about brains?
I mean, if you saw a tear one.
Told you!
I said she would probably eat them.
What did you thought it was going to be a zombie?
No, I just said that under any circumstance you would probably be persuaded if they were cooked well enough.
Oh yeah. I mean, there are some places in the plug hole do a lovely bit of brain.
Yeah.
All right, lads.
Is Rock still, Tony Seven still, paralysed? Or what's going on with him?
He is, he's
How
not,
is that the first conversation?
he's not looking so hot.
No.
He has sort of come through, snapped up, and seen this scenario, but he can't feel his limbs. These people are just enamored by this elf. It is Frayne.
He remember? Yeah, I was gonna say he's seen it briefly a few times. Yeah, and tried to save her on the boat. Yeah.
Yeah. And as you're about to do,
Oh dear.
as you're looking at this situation, can you make me a con save, please?
Oh no.
Okay. 21.
Yeah. So you start to feel yourself, and just act on the note that I give.
Lehane will go over
The
and
con save was much more. I thought I was doing. The con save was higher. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to write it back?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So
What's happening?
yeah.
Lehane's going to go over to Tiny Stepper and offer out the Ikawa to help him up to his feet.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Is he freed from the paralysis with a con save? Was
Yeah.
that for
So
that
the
one?
paralysis is fine. Tiny Stepper, can you please make an attack roll against Lehane?
No!
What kind of attack roll are we thinking?
Uh,
is this a hellish enemy, or because obviously he's got the two kinds of attacks he would do?
Yeah, so this is your foe. This is your greatest enemy. The one
I'm
that
so
has
sorry.
I'll be down in one!
bested you several times. And you feel this clouding of your mind. And it just says, kill.
So this
Leave
is
none alive.
For the benefit of the listeners at home, everyone's just going to their character sheets like mad.
Save Lehane! Save Lehane!
okay. So So no attack then. Is his strength still down from the ship encounter?
No, you're back up after the long
I'm
rest.
so sorry.
Fine,
Okay.
I'm dodgy.
So that is.
And Tiny Stepper would take the kill, leave none alive, in the way that he would interpret it. So, obviously, attack him, but that is the instruction you are given. Please interpret that how you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if this is like his absolute worst end, he's going to. Oh, you might be in luck. Hold on. That's a 10 to hit.
Ha! Ha ha! I see you coming with that.
Okay, on the next attack is a 19 to hit.
Missed that one too. Oi, Tiny Stepper, what you playing at?
Are we still in initiative order, or
Yeah.
can I do something?
You are in initiative order.
Oh wait, no, sorry, 21.
Oh, that does hit you,
Oh.
bastard.
Oh damn! I was rolling disadvantage. I've been used to disadvantage all night.
Did the first one hit?
Advantage? No, the first one missed.
Okay. So you roll damage.
So okay. Who's next to Lehane? Because that's an important question.
Lily.
No, Lily was over here.
Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah,
I walked over to
Having a
help.
hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having
Okay.
a hug.
Okay, so that's 15, 21, 31 points of slashing
Jeez.
damage.
Nearly blooded in one. So with a melee weapon attack, yeah?
Yeah, slashing damage. Magic weapon for any purposes. And then... No, it's 1d4 to all adjacent, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and the weapon starts like frosting over slightly.
Oh, cool.
So that's one.
Lehane, please take 5 additional frost damage.
Ouch!
Yeah, so
Blooded.
as you go to pull up Tiny Stepper, you just see this eyes glaze over, and the axe just comes up. The first one misses you as you step backwards, and you remember this from your fight. As big as he is ridiculously fast when he wants to be, and he is just above you, humongous, like nearly double your size, just this intimidating presence, and you miss a beat on the step and just feel this as this axe just hits you in the midriff.
Yikes!
Yeah.
It's my favourite shirt. And ow!
And from behind Lily and Frayne, you hear, Nocticus! Lily! Tell you what, these woods are a bloody nightmare to traverse. I have been walking around backwards for some obscene reason for days.
Ow!
Torrin, help! Tiny Stepper's gone rogue!
Who is Tiny Step? And so, can I point Mini?
Oh yeah, sorry, I
Oh,
fouled
nice.
him away.
He's back! He's back!
Torrin.
The great hero, not hero of the horse!
Lily, what's your AC?
Oh, it's only 12, of course. I don't have my seed.
And so Thorin just runs up to you. Goes, bloody woods! An absolute nightmare to get through. And just takes Lender's gavel and just smashes you across the face with it.
What the fuck?
Rude!
Really fucking rude.
I reckon. Ow.
Ow!
Not Torin.
You think?
So you take 10 bludgeoning damage as it just cracks you. You like look at him with big old eyes, and, and then you feel this piercing like headache of just you should have stayed.
Oh.
Lily, you're up.
Hey, girl. 10. Sorry.
Plus 7.
10 plus 7.
Yeah, 10 bludgeoning, 7 psychic.
Okay.
Are you still going to be DMing come Halloween?
Do you want me to be?
I'm terrified.
Absolutely. I'm not ready for that.
DM tip.
Okay.
Subvert genres, baby.
Ow!
Ow!
Reaction, Halo of Spores!
Get him!
Reaction, ow!
Yeah.
A lot of that going on.
Yeah, Halo of Spores will just... and she's gonna be like, and sort of just almost reactionary, but it will be an action. She's gonna cast Thunderwave at him at 2nd level, and he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, please. Well, that fucking makes
Does it do anything?
Done it. It takes... It's half damage? Yeah, half damage. So that is 3d8s. Can I get my d8s back, please?
Oh yeah, I can do with mine actually.
'Cause I gave you
I
all
might
of
need
them.
them.
I
No,
gave
you don't!
I gave you all my d8s.
Take your pretties. They will not help you where we're going.
Can I borrow some of your
Yes, of
d8s,
course you
please? Yes, I need 3.
Do you like one of mine?
No, it's fine. I've got, no, as in I need 3 in total.
I've lost the pistol.
Oh my god, I rolled like shit. Oh, that's really upsetting. 4, 5, 6, 7, so 3. At 3 damage.
Okey-doke.
To Torin.
Yeah,
to
3 thunder damage.
To Torin question mark?
Ttorin
Ttorin
question mark.
question mark.
mark.
To
Torin
Torin?
question mark, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you deal Lily damage when you slapped her?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, 14. 17 even.
Okay. I missed my chance.
No,
I'm sorry.
what was the...
I was going to say, well, you're not fucking Torin, are ya? And cast Cutting Words.
Okay.
Which means that I would roll a d10 and you'd have to take that off the damage.
Sure. Go ahead. We've got to play for a while. We'll kick some slack.
Thanks.
Don't
thanks.
do it again.
Thank you.
And also, you know,
Lady Brain.
she's pretty pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
That's not an
pregnant.
excuse.
4. Take
So
4
am I.
off that.
okay.
So 10 damage, not 14.
So mine.
13 damage, not 17.
Sorry. 13, not 17.
Cool. But yeah, no, I had other damage.
You've done the thing.
Wait, no, I didn't.
Take 4
Anyway.
off it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's someone's round. It's not any of yours.
Okay.
What?
From the back of the room,
No!
you hear this sort of like... And can... Let's see what we've got here. Can each of you make me a wisdom saving throw? Bars, tiny stepper.
Okay.
Is it a charm?
No.
Oh no.
So come join me.
Whew, it's fine. 21 for Lehane.
Frayne, you're at advantage.
Yes, I was just about to say that actually.
It's not because it's John, but just because your current circumstances.
Oh, I get that as well.
Do you?
Just generally, yeah. It's part of my gnomishness.
Against wisdom saves?
Yeah,
Oh, lovely.
I've got it down here. Advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Oh, She's quite wisdomous.
Yeah.
I am wisdomous, and that's even better.
Oh,
We actually had a conversation. Technically, and stats, Lehane's wiser than Lily.
6.
At advantage.
Oh dear.
Maybe you're not meant for this world.
Oh, dear.
I'm not meant for this world.
24.
24.
21.
21.
I cast counter charm.
It's not Sean. Did say.
If it was a...
And stepping out from the back of the room is this tall, slender elf with fairly old features, like sallowed skin. His eyes are sunken back. Lily, you know it to be Kranis.
Oh.
And it just holds one hand up to each of you and casts whole person. Frayne, you just sort of Ttrpg totalis up in place. Each of you just shrug it, like just shake it off as it's trying to bind you.
Your fault!
Lehane, you're up.
No, that wasn't time.
Right. Lehane, bloodied, shocked. Fucking dick-faced Kranis is here. That's not good. Just a quick perception thing. I don't mind, like, maybe losing an action or something. There's been lots of conversations around elves and elf features and stuff. It was happening on the boat. We're in the Fey Wilds. How do I perceive how I look and spending time looking at Harkness again? I mean, obviously he was human in the vision, but there's going to be elements of him.
You want to play Who's Your Daddy right now?
No. Why? The brain's always going. As he's running up the wall, he's just taking a look at Frayne, taking a look at Kranis, just making some mental notes. Comparing to him.
So Frayne looks nothing like you.
Yeah.
At all. Oh, they're going for. Kranis looks sort of like somewhere in the middle of you two.
Oh. Right. Cool. Just noting that. Lehane's running up the wall whilst he's doing this perception. And as he's running up the wall, he kind of backflips off and then comes down to land a punch directly into Rog's face. Little tiny Stepper's face.
Nice.
And you said my attack would be at advantage.
All your attacks, because I reckless attacked on my turn.
It
so
would be, and you know that was really cool. You can have a +1 to your
to hitting him.
to the hitting.
Nice. Yes. It is a yes.
29 to hit.
Sorry, tiny steps. Is that hit?
To 29 hit.
No.
Okay, cool.
No, it doesn't. Hit my 14.
Okay, so for that punch in the face, it is fucking hell 11.
Okay.
What is it?
And
Today's episode is sponsored by the number 11.
can I get
I'll find out some
a
11
Constitution saving throw from you, Tiny Stepper?
Okay.
Can I get a wisdom throw, please, Tiny Stepper?
Okay, con first. Con first
Yeah.
is 19.
You're fine.
Okay. Wisdom save. Oh, 21.
21.
Yes, 21.
So Lehane brings down this fist of justice on Tiny Stepper's noggin, and it sort of brings you down, and Tiny Stepper barely moves from this hit. It's just like, but the cloudiness from his eyes is gone when he comes back up to look at you.
Okay.
So as I backflipped and then came down with the punch, I sort of landed on my feet, obviously, directly square up to Rog, and I am ready to undercut him. Do I do that?
You tell me, sir.
He's working quickly, and he's like
What the heck?
he took a bunch of damage. So you didn't pass your stun, but it's all attacks, sir.
Yeah,
All
so
attacks
you feel
advantage.
this.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Yes.
Nat 20 on the uppercut.
Go for it. What do we got?
Well, that's it's an 11.
11. Wow. Keep going.
What is this?
I don't know.
I'm not allowed to say.
I
And
was going to try and have the things you just capacity stream, but I could only think of the opening to Avenue Q.
Oh. And then, after the uppercut, Lehane kind of jumps and he's running up your body. And
Okay.
as he's running up your body, he's just delivering kick after kick.
Okay,
So-
go.
I've just realised one of my D20s has been sat on 11 this entire time. So let me move it.
Okay, and we'll see what happens to my
I'm going to
damage.
tell you what it is.
Why this dice is ridiculous. That's 26.
Do
What's
it.
the damage there?
I'm just going to see how many flurries of blows hits.
Definitely hit.
That's a nat 1. Oh, it's 19. So
Yeah.
they both hit. So 10.
7 plus.
So 21
21 total.
on. Yeah, so Lehane's just running up Rock's body, and then just the final one was like a kick to the chin as he backflips and lands again square in front. But he is going to, because he's done a flurry of blows, he can disengage. And yeah, and backflips to where Frayne and Lilli are, and just
You know, when Star-Lord goes into the portal, it's just like,
yeah.
it's that.
Sorry about that, but it really hurt.
Frayne, you're up. And as the paralysis like sets into you, just this, you guys hear this like strum of guitar chord, and it just breaks free again.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
You?
You're in your homeland. You should be like spicy.
Yeah,
That's
man.
right.
So she breaks out of it, and
Can you? Yeah, go ahead.
cool.
Yep.
And as she breaks out of it, she turns and smacks the fake Torrin that she's assuming. She knows Torrin would never hurt Lilli.
Yep.
Around the face, and in doing that, casts inflict wounds.
Nice.
Get him.
Yeah. So.
We are all too excited for Torrin to receive inflict wounds.
Ah, poor Torrin. That's 27. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, so I'm going to need some d10s from people.
I take all of mine. Oh, I think I filed mine away because
There you go.
I'm not a 10.
Two,
I mean, I am a 10.
You are.
How
You're
many
a
do you need?
10, baby.
5.
Got 2 here.
Ooh, I just lobbed one at your boob.
Thanks,
Sorry.
thanks. I'm 6 in. No, not 6. I need. Where are you there? Is it gone? Inflict wounds, where have you gone? Oh, yeah, I need 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
7 d10s. 7 d10s.
Still on there.
Woo!
So, what have we got here? We've got 10, 8 there, that's 12, so that's 20, that's 29, 30, 34 damage.
Yep. So Frayne turns around and just slaps this Torrin, and he just begins to disintegrate and looks at you. Oh, we never should have. And just disintegrates. And again, there's this. Can you make a perception check, please?
Ooh, yes, I can indeed, Mr. DM.
Some of them.
Oh, 11.
11. So, as you look, this tendril just slips into the back of the room, and you see the darkness itself isn't natural. It's not from an absence of light. It's from this amorphous shape that is just sort of like hanging from the ceiling, casting a shadow. These tendrils have been coming back to it before whatever damage has been hitting them. And this thing is a collection of faces, and they're all groaning, but they are faces that you know is every Murnig is their brother, Atlas, Lehane, Rothgon, Arian, Janaeus.
Well, you're an ugly fucker, aren't you?
And that's where we're going to end this week's episode.
No!
Wow.
What? And in fact, folks, that's us out for 2 weeks because
Yeah.
we're taking a break and then it's Easter, so we're back on April 24th, I believe, to pick up whatever this is, whatever hellish nightmare. So, a couple of little notes. Did Tony change the art over, didn't she, for Frayne's return, I believe?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, I believe that's happened.
Yes, she did.
She definitely did.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, yeah.
So,
And who did that art? Did it?
Holly Hammer _art, I believe. Yes,
Oh,
it was her that did it. It's the handle I'm struggling with. Please put all your links in the chat so people can follow you on your website and Twitch and all of the stuff because it is amazing.
So good.
We saw
Absolutely.
it last week and we all just went like,
We do not deserve you, Holly.
No.
we do not.
Why are you spending your time here?
Yeah.
You'll be in the Smithsonian or something.
No, stay. And when we get our graphic novels done. And also, I mean, I possibly want to show off. Let me just stand for this. So on the wide lens, we have a painted Lehane. I hope you can see that well. Don't worry, Tony is going to throw something up on Twitter. The level of detail in the tattoos on this.
And his butt.
The butt shading is insane.
Butt shading
It took way
is
too long. I spent way too long on the boat.
If you need minis painting, contact Luke.
Yeah.
Make
Get in
him
touch with me.
pay
Get
him.
in touch with
Pay
Luke.
Throw money at this boy.
Yeah, go check it out on Twitter. It is insane. So Lehane's got all these crazy tattoos, and he has done the detail in them
Wild.
on a mini. Insane.
Roll the Damn Dice truly is worse than the sum of its parts.
Anyway, that's me
thank
done.
you.
I've said all my shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I did the intro. Please go out into the world and like us and follow us and roll some damn dice. And now, a musical interlude.
It's nice to be home with the family, eating dinner and humming some freak show. But not when the doors are not really there and your family are creepy as fuck. Is Torrin back? He gives Lily a smack. That's definitely not Frayne's dear Valentine. Worried we're all going to die horribly. For me, it's definitely Squeaky Bum.
And not the first time.
Yeah.